Hello again, Guardians, and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny episode. Before we get started, I'd like to first announce I'm giving away 1,000 silver for Destiny or a Destiny emblem away from the Bungie store. All you have to do to enter and to win for this week's giveaway is be subscribed, show your support and like the video, and leave a comment down below in reference to Destiny 2. Alongside all of this though, I'm giving away 3 copies of Destiny, 2 normal copies for any system including PC, or a Destiny 2 the Collector's Edition, also available on any system or PC. So if you want to enter in for any of this, please check the video link down in the description of this video to learn how to enter in for any of those giveaways. Alongside that, enjoy the video. So to get into this video and begin, first off, we're in the hot seat. It is Tuesday, so we have to announce the winner of last week's 1,000 silver giveaway. Before we do that though, a quick announcement. This video series started out as a top 5 best weapons you should buy from the tower vendors of that week, and the weeks change due to the Age of Triumph update. Now a lot of you came to me and brought to my attention that I should actually showcase every vendor and all of the best weapons from that vendor for that week. Alongside that, you guys wanted me to add in the armor pieces at least 98% rolled or 100% rolled. So 98 to 100% max roll for intellect, strength, and discipline. You wanted me to kind of incorporate that into this video. But I'm not going to get rid of the top 5 vendor weapon video. I'm going to actually upload a later video in the middle of the week, dependent on your guys' views and results. So leave a comment down below on the top 5 weapons you put on your list from the weapons I'll detail in this video. Now to get into the winner, it's going to go to Orville X for the 1,000 silver giveaway for this week. So congratulations, Orville X. All you have to do now is please reply to the message I sent you on YouTube, and then please DM me on Twitter. My official Twitter link is in the description of this video. And after that, I'll give you your 1,000 silver or Destiny emblem from Bungie's store. Also remember guys, if you want to enter in for these giveaways, it's really easy. All you have to do is be a subscriber, like the videos, and then leave comments down below in the comment section. That enters you in for the 1,000 silver weekly giveaways, and it's really easy. So go and enjoy yourselves. Now, to get into this video, we're going to start off with the Future War Cult with our video because, well, she's the closest next to the hot seat. And we're going to go over everything. So we're going to go over all weapons first, best weapons, and I'm going to recommend one for the Whale. The Whale is going to have Firefly, Perfect Balance, Hot Swap, Explosive Rounds, Quick Draw, Fast Draw IS, Quick Draw IS, and True Sight IS, which is a fairly decent hand cannon. Next up after that, we're also going to be looking at the weighting. It's going to be the Fusion Rifle, which is going to be Rangefinder, Perfect Balance, Knee Pads, Accelerated Coils, Snapshot, Reflex, Red Dot Aura 2, and then OEG. Really awesome stuff from the vendor from Lakshmi from Future War Cult this week. Moving from Future War Cult over to Dead Orbit, we've got 3 weapons here. So we've got the Extremophile, not as good as previous week rolls, but it's still fairly decent. We've got Glass Half Full, Hammer Forged, Hot Swap, High Caliber Rounds, Lightweight. We've got Reflex, Quick Draw IS, and OEG Rifle Scope. Remember, not as good as previous weeks, but still fairly decent. So if you want to go and pick an Extremophile up this week, go ahead and do so. Then we've got next up the Keystone 01, which is not good as previous weeks either, but still fairly decent for PvE. We've got Hidden Hand, we've got Small Bore, Outlaw, Explosive Rounds, Lightweight, we've got MD Reflex, we've got Focus Lens, Flaw 5, and then we've got OEG. Next up, we've got the Bitter Edge, which might interest a few of your snipers out there. It's got Hidden Hand, Triple Tap, Hammer Forged, Armor Piercing Rounds, Snapshot, Sight Sys SLS 20, we've got Short Gaze SLH 10, we've also got Taxis SLS 15. Now the one that everybody would opt in for is going to be Short Gaze SLH 10, which is the really good scope that everybody loves next to Ambush. So fairly decent roll. It isn't the high impact sniper rifle, but it's still good. You could still definitely use this in Crucible. For our dude Ronnie over the Vanguard Quartermaster, he's always got something good for us every single week. We've actually got the Parthian shot, which is a fairly decent roll. Not as good as most weeks, but it's still really decent. We got Counterbalance, we got Handlaid Stock, Lightweight, Rodeo, Feeding Frenzy. Then we've also got MD Reflex, we've got Steady Hand IS, and we've got OEG Rifle Scope, which it makes for a pretty good pulse rifle. Next up after that, we've also got the Angel's Advocate, which is going to be a fairly decent PvE scout rifle. It's got hidden hand, explosive rounds, hand-laid stock, rodeo, mulligan, ranged lens RLS3, MD reflex, and reflex. Now what I would recommend on this is going to be running hidden hand with the explosive rounds mulligan and then ranged lens RLS3. It's going to make for a fairly decent rolled Angel's Advocate that you can go and use in Crucible or in PvE, so enjoy yourselves. Next up after that, we've got one more thing to go over with Ronnie, and that's the How Dare You hand cannon. This is going to be a roll of rangefinder, small bore, lightweight, triple tap, and partial refund with fast draw IS, quick draw IS, and true sight IS. So pretty decent rolled hand cannon. The high impact hand cannons with the rangefinder, small bore are fairly decent. Alongside that, you get to opt in for triple tap, which is just amazing. Also, after that, you've got all three really good sights to deal with. So, do you like quick draw? Do you like fast draw? Or do you like true sight? Whichever one, pick. It's all here for the taking. Moving on over to the Crucible Quartermaster is going to start off with the 44 Curtain Call. It's the shotgun. Now this shotgun is going to have crowd control, reinforced barrel, quick draw, performance bonus, knee pads, smart drift control, field choke, and aggressive ballistics. Now this is going to be a fairly decent roll for Crucible. But again, shotguns aren't the best option in the Crucible nowadays. Sidearms are the best option and the most preferred. But for those players out there that just hate using sidearms or fusion rifles, a shotgun is your next best option. And a lot of you out there like enjoying shotguns. And if you like shotgun rushing and you can play it safe, then the 44 Curtain Call for this week is just for you. So here you go. Really good option for you to purchase this week. Next up after that is going to be the Palindrome. There's always a god roll Palindrome recently. I don't know why, but there's always a good rolled Palindrome. I think it's just because the Palindrome in general is really decent. So we end up having rangefinder, we have rifled barrel, we've got explosive rounds, mulligan, Icarus, we've got true sight IS, fast draw IS, and quick draw IS. Now, I'm not too sure, but if I'm mistaken, let me know in the comment section, but I'm pretty sure this is the original Rise of Iron vendor roll. I'm pretty sure this is the roll that everybody liked in the beginning of Rise of Iron, and now that it's back, anybody that didn't purchase it during that time period, you can actually go and purchase it now. At least if it's not the exact roll, it's very close. It might be missing one, maybe two perks. Maybe one of the scopes is different and the Icarus might be different. I'm not too sure. I don't remember Icarus being on it exactly. But I do remember the rangefinder, the explosive rounds, and the mulligan, and the rifled barrel. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same roll that it used to be. So, yeah, pretty cool. Now, next up, we've also got the Anton's Rule. Now, if you like sidearms and you want to get rid of that shotgun from the Quartermaster, don't worry. We ended up having a rangefinder, fitted stock, casket mag, Zen Moment, feeding frenzy, steady hand IS, sure shot IS, and quick draw IS on the Anton's Rule, which makes this sidearm fairly decent. Sidearms are always good. I mean, they're the meta, and if you give a sidearm Zen Moment and rangefinder, alongside that, you can have fitted stock. I mean, it's going to be God. It's going to be stable. It's going to have some really decent range on it. And it's going to be very accurate. So, yeah, super good sidearm. Really worth getting this week. Moving over to New Monarchy, our last vendor from the tower for the weapon rolls for this week is going to be the shotgun. The Bad Council 4, I believe, is going to be the best weapon from the New Monarchy vendors this week. It's going to have crowd control, hammer forged, surrounded, extended mag, quick draw, linear compensator, field choke, and soft ballistics. Now, the only reason why I chose this is it's got a pretty decent roll if you use crowd control with surrounded and extended mag. It could actually be pretty fun inside of PvE, so I wouldn't recommend it for the Crucible, but for the Nightfall or for strikes in general, maybe even the raid, it might be pretty fun to use. So just throwing it out there. There's one weapon from New Monarchy I would recommend for this week. Now, Guardians, after we're done talking about all the weapons, we're moving over to DIM or Destiny Item Manager. It's a Google Chrome extension app that you can download to your web browser as long as you have Google Chrome. It's really awesome. I'll link it in the description to the download page. But this is kind of like the companion app, but it shows the percentages of the maxed rolls of your armor and also shows the vendors. So we can actually go into the vendors tab and look at what has 98% or higher. We're going to have a lot of 98% this week and a lot of 100% this week. So let's just get right into it and go over all of the rolls. Starting off with the Titan Vanguard, nothing really high and out of the ordinary. Vanguard Scout also has nothing really high. We've got the Hunter Vanguard, which also doesn't have anything high. We have the Warlock Vanguard, and again, that doesn't have anything high. The highest there is going to be a 97%. But we're trying to work towards 98 or higher for that tier 12 build. And we get to the first one, which is Eris Morn. Eris Morn has a 100% rolled Warlock bond of intellect and strength, which is going to be 25 intellect and 25 strength. And we also have, moving on to House Judgment, a 98% intellect and strength build for the cloak. The Kel's Cloak is going to be 24 intellect and 25 strength. We also have a 98% build for a King's Mark for the Titan, which is going to be 24 intellect as well and 25 strength. We've also got a Titan Mark that's going to hit the 100% mark, which is going to be intellect 25 and strength 25. There's a lot of intellect and strength this week. I'm really quite impressed by that. Okay, moving over to Future War Cult. We have a 100% build for the Titan Mark, and that's going to be intellect and strength again for 25-25. And moving even further down, we also are moving over into Dead Orbit. Dead Orbit not having anything I'd really care about except for the boots for the Hunter. The boots for the Hunter are going to be a roll of 99, and that's going to also be intellect and strength. 56 intellect, 55 strength. And then we have a Ghost Shell. Ghost Shell, both for Future War Cult and Dead Orbit, are both going to be running 98% for intellect and strength builds. And then we also have New Monarchy. New Monarchy has a 100% Ghost. The 100% Ghost is going to be a discipline and strength build. A little bit different from our intellect and strength that we've been getting so accustomed to in this video so far. But yeah, we've got 25 discipline, 25 strength. And then we've also got a chest piece that is going to be running 100% for the Titan chest piece, which is going to be intellect 61 and discipline 61. So an intellect and discipline, finally. My favorite is always intellect and discipline. I'm really happy with intellect and discipline. So really impressed that they finally dropped that for us. Next up, we have a 100% roll for the cloak from Crucible Handler in the tower, which is going to be intellect and discipline 25-25, which is great because intellect and discipline is by far my favorite setup inside of Crucible, and probably even for strikes as well. And just for anybody that was wondering about the Iron Lord artifacts, we've got a 96 for the Memory of Gellion, we've got a 95 for Memory of Timur, and a 92 for Memory of Radgast. So nothing really impressive there, and all of the other vendors are also not impressive. There's nothing really going on there. There is going to be a 98% roll over, I believe, at the speaker for your Warlock bond. So if you wanted to go over to the speaker, there's going to be an intellect and strength roll there for 25-24. Again, 98%. But that is all of the vendors, Guardians. So yeah, I'll see you back in the tower. And there you have it, Guardians. That's all of the halfway decent weapon rolls for the tower vendors this week. Alongside that, that's all of the 98% or higher intellect, discipline, and strength rolls for the armors from all of the vendors from the Reef to the Rise of Iron Temple, all the way back to the tower. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video, and remember, if there's 5 weapons you would recommend for the top 5 list, link them down in the comment section below. Just name off the 5 weapons that you would most prefer on a top 5 list. I'll choose from all of your highly recommended posts, and I'll put it into a video on Thursday, and I'll also shout out some of the people that gave me some really good ideas for that top 5 list. If you get a shout out, I'll also link your channel in the description of my video. Thank you all so much, Guardians, for watching this video. Stay tuned for next week's video on Tuesday to also watch out for that 1,000 silver winner announcement for next week's videos. And as always, stay violent and be privileged.
Oh, hi. PPG isn't here right now, but I guess you enjoyed the content. So over there's the logo you can click on. That will allow you to subscribe. More content up there, and behind the scenes daily content over here on the vlog channel. There you go. Enjoy.